All right, guys, we're all finished with math, smarter balance testing. We're going to get back into our algebra book and finish the year off that way. And we're going to go back to chapters that we skipped when we went to systems of equations in Module 11. So we're going to go back to Module 8. And this is all about data and statistics. So we're going to start with what are called two-way frequency tables. You're going to need your book with you. So if you don't have your book with you, you might as well stop the video and get your book and do this at another time, or just pause it and go get it right now. Now, we're going to start with two-way frequency tables. We're on page 347 in your book. And our essential question that you need to learn by the end of this lesson is, how can categorical data for two categories be summarized? We need to learn what categorical data is. So, we have a paragraph here down below, and it says that data that can be expressed with numerical measurements are quantitative data. And that's something you're going to need to know, but something that I can measure with a number. How many of this, the temperature of that, whatever it might be, is quantitative. But in this lesson, we're going to talk not about quantitative data, but we're going to talk about categorical data, which can't be expressed using numbers. Data describing animal type, model of car, favorite song. Those are examples of categorical data, because outside of a few songs or outside of a few models of car, you can't list those as numbers. Your favorite model of car might be Mustang or Camry. Your favorite song, oh, I don't even know what your favorite songs are at this time. You can think about that yourself. So A, circle the categorical data variable. Justify your choice. So that's what I want you to do right now. One of these is categorical. Pick it and then write down here why you did. All right, so which one of those is categorical? Let's see, temperature. Temperature, I can say something like 98 degrees. That's a number. Nope, that's not categorical. Weight, I could say somebody is 150 pounds. That's not categorical. Height, 6 foot or 6 feet. Nope. But color. Color could be red, green, or whatever, but it's not a number. So color is your categorical data, and you're going to write something about here how it cannot be represented as a number. All right, once you fill out B here, B says identify whether the given data is categorical or quantitative. One is categorical, one is quantitative. Write your answers in. All right, hopefully you chose the right ones. Large, medium, small. Those aren't number responses, so that is categorical. I just wrote a C for categorical. And 120, 130, 140, well, those are numbers, so that is quantitative. So hopefully that's starting to make sense. Again, today's lesson is going to concentrate on categorical data, so let's take a look at one way that we summarize those. And one way that we summarize them is called a frequency table. Now I'm still on the same page. And someone did a survey that says, how do you go to school? And they surveyed all these people, and they got, okay, this kid said bus, car, walk, car, and so on and so on. And they found out that, and they made a frequency table. This is a frequency table. So one way that they got there was a bus, and there are 8 people that said bus. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I mark them off like that if they're listed out, so I know I've used it. So I've used all of those. I counted 8. Okay? Car, let's see if we can do car. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? Why don't you fill out the last row and make sure you write in this word what goes here. Okay, so what word goes here? The word is walk. And how many walkers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now your book doesn't talk about this, but there's a way to double check that I'm pretty sure I got these right. 8 and 7 is 15. 15 and 5 is a total of 20. Well, let's see if there was actually 20 people surveyed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I got the right total. I think I included everybody. Okay? Oh, I kind of answered these questions for you. Why don't you write some answers down below in the reflect right now? All right, we are going to move on, and we're going to go to example one. Example one is on the next page. It's on page 348, and this is called a two-way frequency table. Back here, we only asked them one question. Do you bus, car, or walk? And they had to choose one of those things. But in a two-way frequency table, we compare a question or one categorical data to another set of categorical data. So, how you read this is, okay, 19 kids chose Apple and are in the ninth grade. 12 kids chose orange and are in the ninth grade, and so on and so on. Now, this total column and this total column, or row, just add up everything. So 19 plus 12 plus 23 is 54. And go ahead and fill that in as I fill it in. 22 plus 9 plus 15 is 46. For a total of 100, which they said before, 100 randomly selected students. That better total up to 100. Now let's see how many kids chose Apple. Well, 19 and 22 is 41. 12 and 9 is 21. And 23 and 15 is 38. And when I add 41 plus 21 plus 38, it has to total 100. Now, they were nice and did all the math for you down here, so there was no work for you to do. So, how do I, again, the important part of doing a two-way frequency table is that I can compare two sets of data. How many kids like orange in the 10th grade? Well, that was only 9. Okay. So let's take a look at another table where they haven't quite filled everything out for you. We have this table right here. Jenna asked some randomly selected students whether they preferred dogs, cats, or other pets. She also recorded the gender of each student. The results are shown in the two-way frequency table below. Each entry is the frequency of students who prefer a certain pet and are a certain gender. For instance, 8 girls prefer dogs as pets. Complete the table. So I would like you to complete this table on your own. You can choose to use this math that's going to help you down below. They pretty much set everything up for you, but I'm not too concerned about that. You choose if you want to use that or not. Go ahead and fill out this table right now. Okay, so if you fill everything out, we're going to add across, and we're going to go 8 plus 7 plus 1, and we get 16. So let's count the boys. Boys were 10, 5, and 9. 10, 5, and 9 are 24. For a total of 16 plus 24 is 40, I believe, yes. Okay. Now let's add down. 8 plus 10 is 18. 7 plus 5 is 12. And 1 plus 9 is 10. Adding across, this better equal 40 as well. 18 plus 12 is 30. 30 plus 10 is 40. I did the math all correct. So if you didn't quite get that right, go ahead and fix it on your own. Pause the video if you need to. So now I would like you to go ahead. So go ahead and do these two tables, which are on the next page. They are on page 349. All right, you should have completed those, and your answers for those are right here. Double check your answers really quick, and then we're going to move on. So pause the video if you need to. Okay, now, sometimes, I'm going to skip these questions here. Sometimes we're not just given the inside information. Sometimes we're giving other information, and we have to kind of work backwards to get this. Let me show you what I mean. So this table right here, I want to make sure, is at the top of page 350. And there's going to be a key in here, and it says 100 students were surveyed. And that line was just terrible. Give me a second. 100 students were surveyed. So that's the total number. Where does the total number go? If you look back here, the totals are always in the bottom right corner. So I'm going to take the 100 students, and we're just going to fill that in right here. Now, based off that little bit of information, now I can fill out the rest of this table. Watch. Well, if there's 60 boys, how many girls must there be? 100 minus 60 is 40. Okay. What else can I do? Well, look at this. 17 plus 21 is 38. Okay, I can do that. Here's an easy one. 10 plus 15 is 25. How am I going to get these boxes here? Okay, well 10 plus something plus 17 has to equal 40. So the 10 and 17 itself is 27. So 27 plus what gives me 40? And 27 plus 13 gives me 40. I'll do that again. Another way to think of it is 40 minus 17 minus 10 gives me 13. And then 13 and 24 is 37. Now you should double check your work and make sure everything adds up. Does it add up going down? Does it add up going across? And do the totals add up? Does 25 plus 37 plus 38 equal 100, which it does. Okay, so it's kind of a working backwards kind of method. Now, often you're going to get a question, which lunch beverage is least preferred? Well, let's take a look. Which lunch beverage was least preferred? Well, juice had 25, milk had 37, water had 38. So the least preferred one was juice. And you would write juice and write a reason why. Okay? All right, so now it's your turn. Take these data, notice that there was 100 students here and 200 students here, and fill out the rest of these tables. All right, you should have filled out the rest of those tables, and here are your answers. And I think that's as far as we're going to go today. So here's your answers again, and be prepared, depending on which class you're coming to, Monday or Tuesday, to practice what you learned from this video. Have a good weekend, guys.